Welcome to Friday's Quickfire Ash Linwood video. Today we want to talk a little bit about the 5th EU Directive of Anti-Money Laundering Legislation, which came into effect in January 2020. What this did was bring into the scope of the legislation additional organizations such as letting agents, art dealership, as well as cryptocurrency organizations. Some of the key changes which have been brought about through this legislation include the allowance for the use of electronic ID verification. And what this means for many organizations is to make sure that the procedures are geared up to be able to handle electronic ID verification, as well as to maintain the data securely as part of the wider data protection requirements. In addition, there is a tighter focus on transactional monitoring. There's a shift away from looking at complex and unusually large transactions to looking at complex or unusually large transactions. And what this clearly means is that it will bring into scope a wider number of transactions which require additional investigations and due diligence, as well as documentation of such work being done. What it also means for many organizations is to look at the transactional monitoring system parameter settings, as well as SQL queries which have been set up, and in many cases have been set up a long time, and organizations have not necessarily looked at them or updated them. Furthermore, there's also a focus towards more in-depth KYC investigations, particularly where it has been difficult to identify the ultimate beneficial owners, and the shift towards looking at the senior managers of such organizations and to include them as part of the KYC exercise. Additional risk factors have also been brought into this legislation, which ensures that organizations considers applicants which are on a golden visa or clients which are in non-face-to-face relationships, particularly where electronic verification has been hard to come about. What all of this means is that there is much more tighter focus on organizations to ensure that their policies and procedures are in line with the current requirements for anti-money laundering, KYC, as well as periodic due diligence requirements. As always, if you'd like any more information or would like to discuss any of the matters raised in this video further, please do get in touch with us through the usual channels. Thank you for watching and see you soon.